Hello, hello. Welcome to our stream. We are continuing with Mortem, the 2002 PC point-and-click adventure game from Microids. Same guys who made Siberia games and the Still Life series, which we're going to be playing soon. It's kind of a prequel to the Still Life series. It takes place in 1920s France, and you play as Gus McPherson, retired American detective who decided to move to France and become a painter, but he's approached at the door by, I believe her name is Rebecca Blake, and she's pretty much begging you to take on the case of her sister's murder. So that's where we are. We only got through an hour of it last time after we finished off Soma, which was a great game. Postmortem's a little bit different. It's more of talking to people and finding clues and actually sketching the bad guy. I haven't run into any issues yet, but I'm sure we'll have to at some point use the universal hint system. There's also a bug with one of the puzzles because the modern version, which I got off GOG, has an 800 by 600 window display. So because of that, you're supposed to select the differences in between one picture and another picture for painting. And because it's in window mode, the coordinates don't line up correctly. So you got that little bar for the window going across the screen on the desktop. So you need to kind of adjust for those 20 pixels. It's annoying, but there's a workaround for it. So we'll figure that out. Let's get started here. It's a cool game. It's a cool premise. It's not perfect. I tried playing this a couple years ago, got stuck with that puzzle, and I couldn't continue. So here we are trying to attempt to play it again. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. My Monday's been good so far. First day back of work after the holiday break. Hope you all had a good holiday if you were celebrating. I think we're at the bar. Okay. There we are. And I managed to brighten the game up a lot, because it's pretty dark when it shows up on OBS for some reason.
Come on, let's see that hot hand of yours.
Queen and her 3 sisters.
Oh no, are you doing it on purpose or what? 3 of a kind. You beat my 3 aces. Right, I've had it. I'm off.
Ah, Hulot, you're not going now, are you? Not when I was about to relieve you of your car.
Don't start, Malay. Do not think that you can get away with things just because you have settled your bar tab. Why, it is McPherson. Hey, McPherson, come over here.
McPherson? Who is that?
Another American in Paris who is broke. Let me introduce you. McPherson, let me introduce Theo Mallet.
Hi.
Right, I will leave you two. I have work to do.
Theo Mallet used to work at the Offrey where the murders happened.
Hi.
So we came here to kind of talk to him. I don't know what we're going to get out of him yet, but let's ask. I don't think we've seen him anywhere before. I may be a friend of Hulot, but I'm also a private detective in my spare time. Let's be honest with him. I think it pays. Honesty pays in this game.
I may be a friend of Hulot, but I'm also a private detective in my spare time.
Oh, goody. A private eye all to myself. And who might you be working for?
Actually, let me brighten the game up a little on my side. Hope the sound's okay. I try to equalize the voicing of the characters along with the music, and I got it pretty close, but move it up just a little bit, the gamma. These older games, they have a gamma slider, but it just never works. I'm not here to cause you trouble.
I'm not here to cause you any trouble, Melee. I just want some information about someone I think you might know.
Really? This is a nice surprise. A private eye who needs me. What do you want to know?
How can you even see their cards? There you go. How's it going, Bass? How's everything? This is weird. There we go. Now I'm seeing. For some reason my chat bot wasn't showing the chat in the channel. We had a good weekend. I don't know if you were celebrating the holiday, but hope you had a good Easter. You did?
A few days ago, something happened at the Orpheum. Something truly awful. As you probably know, an American couple was found dead there. Murdered. I'm reliably informed you were on duty that night. You even had a drink in the cafe next door, the Nantis, with someone suspicious. Maybe even the murderer himself. Does that mean anything to you?
Find someone else. Frankly, I have nothing to say.
How's it going, EA's Productions?
You deny having met any man with a mustache at the Nantis Cafe on the night of the murder. Yet you were seen there.
Did I hear right? You are calling me a liar? Well, the liar bids you farewell. Good day to you, sir.
I'm doing good. Doing good. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope your Monday's going well. So, just to give you a little backstory here, the murder happened at the Off-Free Hotel. It was a husband and wife or girlfriend boyfriend who got murdered. They were completely decapitated. We're trying to solve the mystery of who did it. Theo Malay here was seen at the hotel talking to somebody with a thick mustache. We have a little bit of a drawing of him. We still have to get some more info before we could fully draw him. And he also quit that night, so we're wondering if he had any connection to the murders somehow. And the guy who he was talking to was named Hule, so...
Here,
I
the Yank is back.
don't think he's going to give us any more info.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Nah.
Showed him the sketch. See if we could refine the sketch a little, maybe. Like, from the descriptions that the characters gave us, they said he had, like, large ears and boxy nose. Large nose. Maybe this isn't the right nose. His eyes were far apart. He had big bushy eyebrows, short hair. Let's try and resketch it a little bit. Dark eyes. Maybe this. I think the hair's okay. I crushed eggs and sacrificed rabbits to Easter, like everyone else. How was your Easter? Well, I didn't sacrifice a rabbit. Although there was the Easter that my dad decided to eat rabbit, which I thought was sacrilegious, but we did nothing of the sort. We sacrificed a lamb instead. This is a good meal. It was a good Easter. Thank you. Mustache should be okay. I think the nose is completely wrong. He had a big nose. What's the biggest nose we have here? Is it this one? Looks like this one. Yeah, it's that one. Oh, I didn't get a chance to sketch it either, so we gotta redo it. Sorry. So now we got a new sketch. Let's show it to him. If after a while we don't get any responses from anyone, we're obviously not sketching it correctly. We're going to have to figure out what to do that's right. Hey, Tikaru, how's it going? Welcome. We will have to go back to the hotel eventually, get upstairs. There's some people up there that we could ask about the murders. Hopefully they'll give us more info.
Here, the Yank is back.
Let's show him the sketch.
Show you. Do you you recognize this man?
Nah.
I don't think he's gonna give us an answer one way or the other. How did that game go this morning, Tikaru? I ended up going to meetings and whatnot, so I couldn't follow along. But the art style is pretty nice on that. The mystery, we're back on the case, and trying to get a sketch of the suspect. The only suspect we have. Let's talk to the bartender.
Gus McPherson? Long time no see, old boy.
Say hi to Ulot. He's the bartender here.
Hi, Hulu. I've been too busy to come to the Alembic these last few months. I'll tell you the truth, I'm not exactly rich.
I don't like seeing friends in need. I'm sure I can help you out.
Short game, huh? It's Broken Age, right? That's the name of it? It looks really cool, though. I know I own it somewhere. Probably from Epic, maybe? Or Twitch?
Hey, I'm not trying to stir up any trouble, but do you know this Malay guy very well?
He turns up occasionally here and there. I cannot tell you more than that, professional secrets and all.
Spare us your convictions for once, Ulot. I need to know if this Malay guy I'm looking for, he's a doorman in a chic hotel in the 8th district. The Offrey, right? Well, he was. Let's go with the second option.
Spare us your convictions for once, Ulo. I need to know if this Malay is
Broken
really the
Age.
guy I'm looking for. He's a doorman in a chic hotel in the 8th district, the Orphe, right?
Look, you have no problem communicating with people, Mac, right? Why don't you ask Malay what his job is? I don't want to get involved in all this.
Bartender's not helping us out here. Yeah, it seems like it's an 8-hour, 10-hour game at most, but for you, yeah, it is short because that's like one stream basically. Will not bother you any longer. I don't want to insult the guy, but long days spent twiddling your thumbs.
Well, Hudo, I see you're working as much as ever. Long days spent twiddling your thumbs. Running a bistro is the life of Riley, right?
I'd like to see you running a bistro, Macpherson. Customers to satisfy, friends, budding talents, art critics, nosy cops, soirees to organize, exhibits to prepare. I don't even have time to work on my fresco anymore. And then there are all the other little things, a favor here and there. Fall is always like that, a little slow.
You mean you have other incomes?
You mean you have other incomes aside from the Alembic? Aren't these other sources of revenue a little risky?
You know, Paris is the center of the art world. Someone's got to organize all that.
You did know him well. Would you have noticed something different? Is he mixed up in something? You could ask that question straight up. You're not of much help, but I do understand. You do not want to reveal any secrets that may be too compromising. And the other one's to, like, come back and talk to him. Let's go with the second answer.
You're not much help, Hulo, but I understand. You don't want to reveal any secrets that may be too compromising.
I know.
Alright, well, that's that. Let's walk to the back here. Can't talk to that gentleman. This guy's passed out. You can basically walk around the bar, but I think the only two people you could talk to are the Malay feller who's playing cards and the bartender himself / owner. You love old-fashioned? 1920s France, that's where we're at. It's got a really nice style to it. So Windows 2000, it came out in Windows 2002, I think. 2002 or 2003, around that time.
Here, the Yank is back.
All we could do is show him the photo. Sketch we made.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Nah.
Yeah. Let's show it around to other people. I think the bartender at the hotel has the best view of what this gentleman looks like. Let's go back to the hotel for a second. Can also go to the coroner's office, but I'm not ready yet. I don't know. I think they were very artistic back then with style and flashing interiors. I agree, man. It was a class. I mean, look how ornate these ceilings are, and everything was stylish. Everybody wore suits all the time.
Sir, aren't you on a case?
He's not gonna talk to me. Talk to him.
Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
He doesn't want to talk to me. Let's hide in here. Maybe we can get upstairs by doing so.
And me who found the studio tiny. Hoping that his break did not...
Here we go again.
And make sure you do not drop it, young man.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Petit.
Oh,
This is really heavy. Talk about starting a new job on the wrong foot.
Ow. Ow.
Just one more step.
He was dropping the box. Put us in it.
And there we go. Whew.
It's a good thing I didn't have the Atlantic to cross.
Imagine the poor boys that had to carry those boxes up the stairs. There's actually an elevator downstairs, but it's out of order. So I feel bad for that guy. Alright, so we know room 507 was the murder. I don't know if we could actually get inside.
That's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door's locked.
Door's locked there. Probably need to get a key. Is this 507 to our left? Yes.
Of course the door is locked. The front desk clerk is hardly likely to open it for me. I must find a way to get in.
We gotta find a way to get into the murder room. About these other rooms.
Mrs. Loiseau?
Ah, it's the detective.
This woman's a little out there. But if anybody saw anything, it was her. She was the one that reported the murder, I think.
Welcome to my home, Inquisitor.
Told you I was a detective, madam.
Who told you I was a detective, madam?
I am a seer. I simply see things others do not.
A clairvoyant.
A clairvoyant? Really? What luck. So am I.
I can feel the suffering radiating from you.
I suppose that on the night of the murder, you also felt the vibrations.
I suppose that on the night of the murder, you also felt vibrations.
Evil young man. It was here, close to me. Very close.
Hey, Alex. I'm doing good. How are you? You had a good weekend? You've been a victim of visions, madam, rather like me. Visions of murder, the White's murder. Let's ask her.
Have you been the victim of visions, madam? Rather like me? Visions of murder? The White's murder.
Young man, your instinct spoke to you. You are an artist, are you not?
Perhaps you'd like to buy one of my paintings? I doubt you would. This evil, could you describe it? Or is it too abstract to be nailed down?
This evil. Could you describe it, or is it
Good.
too abstract to be nailed down?
Ancient, dark, hypnotic eyes, authoritarian. I can see a color, like a ruby, like blood.
This is the guy that we sketched. I think she's starting to describe for us. Let's tell her we're also an artist.
And this force of evil is what caused their death.
Your
I
eyes
picked the wrong option.
have met his. He knows you exist. His anger has not been lessened by the White's death.
I'm also an artist. Perhaps you'd like to buy one of my paintings.
Take this. They say Napoleon brought it back from his Egyptian campaign. It represents thought, the Egyptian god of arcane knowledge, the ibis of the Nile. It will help you on your quest. I shall be there to help you find the right path.
It's gonna do a card reading for us. Please be more specific in your ramblings. Describe the evil to me. Tell me what it's like.
Please, be more specific in your ramblings. Describe this evil to me. Tell me what it is like.
Be on your guard. Evil is temptation. It is man's primal sin.
Alright, that's all we got out of her. Miss Lasso, I cannot arrest a culprit based on your ravings about evil.
Mrs. Loiseau, I cannot arrest a culprit based on your ravings about evil. Please be more specific.
My words cannot be understood, Mr. McPherson. They can only be felt. Come back later. I need to rest.
Yeah, I think that's all we're going to get out of her. Anything down here for us? Got cards, tarot cards. Books. Take a look around to see if there's anything we could use. Not that she'll probably want us to take it while we're standing here. The real room we need to get into is 507. Still no way of doing that.
You are the detective, are you not?
You come in contact with the Whites while they were alive, of course.
Did you come into contact with the Whites? While they were alive, of course. If you saw them after that, it's your business.
I was only their next-door neighbor.
Suspect you have a reputation for being rather eccentric. Did you still get on well with the Whites?
Despite the fact that you have a reputation of being rather eccentric, did you still get on well with the Whites?
I have never had any ties whatsoever with the Whites, young man. They were appalling people. And what is more, they were cursed by evil.
You believe that evil was in the Whites' room, just like you and I are in here?
Do you believe that evil was in the Whites' room, just like you and I are in here?
The Whites brought evil with them. Evil lurked inside them and devoured them from the inside out, until they were one with it.
When they died, the evil, madam, didn't know the Whites. No doubt your vision can guide us.
This evil, madam, did it know the Whites? No doubt your visions can guide us.
Evil wormed its way into the Whites, slowly, relentlessly destroying their being.
So we're trying to trick her into using her powers to kind of give us some answer, but
I will remember what you said. Who knows? One day I may even need your clairvoyance.
Should you have need of guidance, do not hesitate. Come back and see me.
all right, we'll come back and see you. Not much we can take from here. Who's this guy? Alright, let's go talk to the gentleman downstairs. If not, there is one more location we haven't been to. We gotta go to the morgue, the coroner's office.
Ah, it is you again.
How is Miss Lasso involved in the case? Let's ask him about her.
How is Mrs. Loiseau involved in this case? I really don't understand. Is she a witness? Is she a suspect? Can she be trusted?
Madame Loiseau may be a little eccentric, but she is our best client. She has been living in the Hotel Orphée for many years now.
Mrs. Loiseau would not be a bit, how shall I put it, nutty? Not many people would dare claim that they can sense evil. In any case, I certainly would not.
Nonsense and superstition. Any evil presence here is definitely human. People can be gruesome. Good. Well, if it's all right with you, I have a lot of work to do. Goodbye, sir.
That's it. Let's see what our sketch is at. This is what we have so far. I think, based on the description, big nose, our eyes were dark and far apart, bushy eyebrows, short hair, big ears, mustache, small mouth, big jaw. I think based on that, we should be okay. But I need to show it to someone to confirm. See if we could talk to the bartender one more time.
Sir, aren't you on a case?
Yeah, you won't talk to us. I think now we should have no problem going back upstairs if we have to. We need to get into that room. Go to Dr. Frank Kaufner's office. Let's see what he has to say. Report the shop. We haven't been there yet.
Dr. Kaufner's office, please.
It's over there, right at the end of the hall. Make sure you don't get lost.
That way, huh? Some office location he's got here.
Come in.
Dr. Frank Kaufner?
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm Gustav McPherson. I've come here to ask you a few questions about the White case.
Tell me what you want to hear. So, you are investigating the incident at the Hotel Hoffet?
Yes, Doctor. Your professional opinion on the murders.
Did Inspector Lebrun send you, Mr. MacPherson?
Yes, more or less I'm here on behalf of Inspector LeBron. I guess we could say so. Or we could just say I'm a private eye. Let's go with I'm a private eye. What do we got to lose, right?
I'm a private eye.
A private detective. Then someone is showing an interest in the White's murder.
Thank you, Camilio, for the host. Thank you for letting me in. How's it going? Appreciate it. Person who wishes to remain anonymous is paying me to investigate. That's one option. A friend of the family was worried and I'm trying to clarify the situation. Let's be honest. I think honesty is always the best tactic with these people here.
A person who wishes to remain anonymous is paying me to investigate.
We all have a reputation to protect.
I'm doing good, Camilio. I hope you had a good weekend. Appearances can sometimes be deceptive, Dr. Kaufner. That is why I'd like to clarify. Let's ask. It's our only option.
Appearances can sometimes be deceptive, Dr. Kaufner. That's why I would like to clarify this situation by gathering as much information as possible.
I am at your disposal, Mr. MacPherson. How can I help you?
Can you tell me about the scene of the crime? The police have released very few details.
What can you tell me about the scene of the crime? The police have released very few details.
The man who committed this murder, and I stress the fact that he is a man, is probably quite overwhelmed at the present time. This crime was committed under the influence of a sudden impulse, without premeditation. His act is now haunting him. He is not himself.
And then they bust out a cell phone. I would die. Yeah, I doubt they would do that, but... Is this the evidence found at the scene of the murder? Is there any evidence will draw you to conclusions? We could ask them that, or ask them for the motive of the murder. Let's go with the first question.
Is this the evidence found at the scene of the murder that will enable you to draw your conclusions?
Sequential repetition of habits. The cure for hysterical behavior is by elimination of the source of anguish. I am just a psychoanalyst, Mr. MacPherson. It is the job of the police to draw conclusions, not mine.
What do you make of the traces of purple powder found on the bedroom floor? We heard about that, I think. There was a coin in each victim's mouth. Let's ask about that.
What do you make of the coin found in the victims' mouths?
Do you know, Mr. MacPherson, that in antiquity, superstition had it that we should pay Charon, the boatman of Hades, by placing a coin in the mouth of the dead. These ancient myths are buried deep in our unconscious and resurface when we are overcome by hysteria. Fascinating, isn't it?
Fascinating.
Oh, that is symbolic, Mr. MacPherson. The murderer himself probably doesn't even know. Like all symbols, it is up to us to interpret them.
You implying that the murderer is a victim too?
You are implying that the murderer is a victim too, Dr. Kaufner.
We are all victims of the secrets of our soul, Mr. MacPherson. This criminal is no exception. We are all victims of our past. And do you have a suspect, Mr. MacPherson?
I'm on the same trail as the police, only I am sure on my hunch. If I had a suspect, I would not be here, Dr. Kaufner. We really don't have a suspect, so why lie to the guy?
If I had a suspect, I would not be here, Dr. Kaufner.
It has been a most pleasant conversation, but unfortunately, I cannot afford you more time, Mr. Macpherson. I hope I have satisfied your curiosity.
That's all he could give me, huh? Let's find our way out of here. So we could go back to the Offrey. We don't have a key or a way to get into room 507. We could go back to the police station. I don't think going back to our studio is going to help. Or we could go back to the bistro. Let's try the police station first. Because we bribed this man with a bottle of wine and he's yet to take us up on our offer. So let's talk to him.
A secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
Am I right in thinking Inspector LeBron is in charge of this investigation? I already asked him that. When I read the file, I noticed the name of this certain doctor, Frank Hoffner. Can you tell me about him? Let's find out more, Dr. Frank Hoffner.
When I read the file, I noticed the name of a certain doctor, Frank Kaufner. What can you tell me about him?
Dr. Kaufner is our expert. Forensic scientist and above all, psychiatrist. The sort of guy who prefers the company of madmen and corpses to the likes of you and me.
You don't seem to be overly fond of Dr. Kaufner. Is there any particular reason for that?
The chief of police himself imposed Dr. Kaufner on us. It's not going to help matters any.
I've read the police report, but I'm sure you could tell me a little bit more. What are your impressions on the White case?
I've read the police report, but I'm sure you can tell me a little more. What are your impressions on the White case?
This case is pretty messy. A foul murder, unclear motive. If Inspector Lebrun needs a hand, he will ask me. For the time being, he is managing on his own like a big boy. That is all I know.
Of course, if Inspector LeBron is surrounded by guardian angels like you, he cannot be making much headway with his investigation. That's an insult. That's not going to get us anywhere. Am I right in thinking Inspector LeBron is in charge? Let's ask him about this one more time.
Am I right in thinking Inspector Lebrun is in charge of the investigation on the White case? Would it be possible to meet with him? That way we can compare our information.
He is not seeing anybody, just make a statement.
Got some information on the Offrey murders. Exceptional information. Do we? If LeBron is not available right away, maybe I could see him later. You at least give me my name, Gus McPherson. Yeah, that's the insult. Got some information on the Offrey murders. Exceptional information. Alright, could you at least give me his name? My name. Let's go with this.
I've got some information on the Orphée murders. Exceptional information.
Fresh info? You are better informed than us, are you?
I think I have a number one suspect, Theo Malay. That was the guy outside the building. Why are you so pig-headed? Let's tell him about Theo Malay.
I think I have the number one suspect. Theo Malay. I believe he did it.
Malay? You're mistaken, Macpherson. Malay is not a murderer. He had no reason to kill the two Americans for their money. An old aunt just left him a fortune.
Alright. Okay. Maybe I do not have anything solid on Malay, but I still have to speak to Inspector LeBron. What if LeBron neglected certain details of the information? And then we have the insult, or we could leave. Let's go with the first.
What if Inspector Lebrun had neglected certain details during his investigation? Information that Malay did not reveal to him, for instance.
Do you have new testimony from Malay? We need it, that lowlife.
Well, not yet. We're gonna have to try to get it.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
You'll be seeing us again.
Not so fast, buddy. If you're after the inspector, you have to see me first.
Yeah, there's no way to get to the inspector. Let's go back to the bar. If we start getting lost, we can get a hint. Theo Malay is still here. And then there's the bartender. Theo Malay doesn't want to believe that whoever's in that photo is the right person. So let's talk to the bartender.
What a surprise! Back already?
Blood, I have a small problem. There's this lock I have misplaced the key to. Okay, cool. That's the lock to where the murders took place. That room. Do you know of a way I could open it without damaging anything?
Look, I have a small problem. There's this lock I've mislaid the key to. Would you know of a way I could open it without damaging anything?
That and a few sticks of dynamite should set you up for that bank job, right? Seriously, Mac. Why would I be carrying all that stuff? Do I look like a hardware store?
Oh, you know, there's no mischief involved. It's just for a friend who needs help hand in hand. If you did know him well, you would have noticed something different. He is mixed up in something. That's talking about Malay. Old Power says you're the only man who could help me in such a case. See what I mean? Your reputation is well established and far-reaching. Don't be shy. Everyone knows if somebody needs something, you are the man to ask. You have contacts all over the place. Let's go with that.
Come on, Ulo, don't be shy. Everyone knows that if somebody needs something, you're the man to ask. We've got contacts all over the place.
A little job. Do not worry, it is nothing risky. I know you are good at this kind of thing. This painting is a reproduction, and here is the real thing. Do you notice any differences?
Hey, Dr. Goa, how's it going? Happy First Contact Day? LLAP. How was your weekend? How was your Easter weekend? Hope you're well. If you did know him well, you would have noticed something different. He is mixed up in something. Some sort of shady money.
If you did know him well, you would have noticed something different. He's mixed up in something. Some sort of shady money.
You are a
I'm doing okay.
person. If I tell you to leave me alone, leave me alone. He claims to have inherited a pile of money. The rest does not interest me.
You're able to get a small get-together. Well, it was just basically me and my wife, and I went to visit my aunts real quick. Because they're vaccinated, so, you know, I still had a mask on. My sister and her kids did not come over, neither did my brother-in-law. So my bro and sis for the first time in over a year. Good for you, man. That stinks, this whole COVID situation, but better safe than sorry. Yeah, we had a good Easter overall. Thank you. You're not much help, Eli. But I understand. You do not reveal any secrets that may be too compromising. We keep asking him about his secrets.
I won't bother you any longer, Ulo. But make sure I can still reach you. I may need you sometime soon.
Goodbye, McPherson. Be careful.
Let's try talking to him one more time. Sometimes we get different dialogue
What
options.
a surprise. Back already?
I won't bother you. So there's this job. Quick as you like. Take your paintings back. What paintings? I'll not bother you any longer, but I may need you.
I won't bother you any longer.
We haven't gotten to the paintings yet.
Make sure I can still reach you. I may need you sometime soon.
Goodbye, Macpherson. Be careful.
Oh, he did give us the paintings. 2 almost identical paintings. Okay. This is a big part of the game right here. And it's problematic because the game is in a window. That's the only way it plays. And the coordinates are exact. So I have the bar on top of the window, which at least takes off 20 pixels. So what I'm supposed to do is compare that painting to this one. And you're supposed to find exactly where they're different. Now, I've already gotten past this puzzle because the first time I played this game years ago on stream, I couldn't. And it was basically like, you can't get past the puzzle, you can't play the game. But since then, they've kind of figured out a way to solve it. And it's tough to kind of figure out what's same and what's different. There's just so much detail in this painting, it's ridiculous. See, like, one thing that's different, definitely different, is this. There's a cross missing here. So that's one item. So we got to move it off-centered a little bit because we're adding 20 pixels. It's the first thing I see. Built-in copy protection? Not really. It is a puzzle you have to solve. If you do this for him, he'll help you out. You need a lockpick. So I think he's going to show you how to pick locks, and then we can go to the murder room. Now, trying to remember exactly where everything else is. Here? Is that man falling out of the boat? I mean, we'll spend a little bit of time on this, and then what I'm going to do is go back and look at probably the solution. Because it is pretty hard to remember. You got a guy hanging from back here. I think he might have been one of the ones. No. Not enough impaling to be Aroma's Roche. Yeah, it's Hieronymus Bosch. There's plenty of depth going on in this painting. I don't know if it's like religious or what. Obviously it is. This one of them? I'm gonna try to do this as best as possible without... Yeah, this is one of them. This is missing from this painting. So what do we have? Let's put that there. I think there's 5 altogether. Or 6, he said. Doing this out of memory from the first time I played it. Let's go back. So he made a copy of the painting, or somebody made a copy of the painting. We just gotta decide what's good and what's not. This being the original, of course. This anything? Like, is this missing off the wall? Sorry for being late. Can you give an overview? Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Looks neat. It's a point-and-click adventure game from 2002, made by Microids, the studio that made Siberia and Still Life and all those games. And the horrible remake of 13. They were involved with that. It's a murder mystery game. Basically, you're a painter who is a retired detective living in France. And what's happening is somebody came to your door and basically said, hey, you know, I need your help. I need a detective to help me out. And you don't really know why she's coming to you, but She is, and she wants you to be on the case. Basically, it's her sister and her boyfriend who were living in a hotel for a while, and they were murdered in the hotel. Each of them were beheaded. So that's kind of why we're here and where we're at. We started out our investigation at the hotel. We found out some things there. We went over to the police station to get a police report. We bribed the cop, the desk cop, with some wine to get that police report. We went to meet with the coroner, the investigative doctor who was at the scene of the crime. Snuck up to where the room is. We've done a couple of things here. We're not that far into the game. So it's a murder mystery. And right now, we're trying to get basically the bartender, our friend here at this bar, to teach us how to pick a lock so we can get into room 507 at the hotel where the murder took place. I just need to figure out the differences between these photos, and then he'll let me in to the secrets of picking locks, apparently. But this is a bit of a pain in the neck, because not only do you have to figure out what the differences are, and it's a very detailed photo, but or painting, but there's also like an offset error. So yeah, we're a retired American detective. We moved to France. It's 1920. We decided to do paintings, but a woman talked us back into being into the case. Well, we're painters and we can draw. Are we an art expert? Yeah, I guess we have the eye for it, but there's gotta be something here. This guy's being flogged with a sword. A man is missing here. Let's put that in. It's not it. A little higher. Right there. What's going on here? Is there anything different? This guy looks like he's playing drums or spinning ancient turntables or something. Oh, the turntables or whatever he's pounding on is missing, so that's another one. Let's do that. Yeah, it's pretty peculiar how he retired to become an artist, but we don't know what tragically happened to him. This is actually the prequel to a series of point-and-click adventure games called Still Life, which in the coming weeks I'll play through as well. He's like the great-grandfather of the character in that game. Oh, the grandfather at least. There's somebody in this coffin here, but they're not here. Yeah, okay. There we go. The coffin. Go with it there. If this doesn't work, I'll look up the actual solution. Okay. There's one more we have to pick. One more change. This way I know the placements of each circle. Because even though we're right, we're going to be wrong, possibly. Gotta be something else here. Keep looking back here, like something's gotta be different here. They all can't be in one spot. Let's check out over here. There's a cross here. Does that have anything to do with it? No. It's something over here, which I'm not seeing. Hard to kind of follow it along, it's just so detailed. here, maybe? There's 5 torches or flags, whatever it looks like. There's 5 there, so it's not there. It's not this cross. I would have thought that would have been an obvious one. And I don't think it's up here. Maybe the guy ringing the bell? I doubt it. It's not. I was thinking this man in this corner. Yeah, that's a good idea. See if I could screenshot it without the game minimizing on me. Probably the fastest way through here, and then we just gotta figure out the alignment. Good idea, Dr. Goer. Smart, very smart. Okay, so this is what they're looking at side by side here. The original. This is the other one. Let me take off my camera. We'll see it better. As you can see, I gotta play the game at 800 by 600. That's the only way to play it. All right. So this is the original on the right. The one on the left, which we messed up the position of the game, so now it's going to be even harder to figure this out, but it's got to be one of these things. I already picked out the mummy in this coffin. Is there anybody missing in this, whatever it is, balcony or something? Looks like a horse running across. It's in this corner down here. Let's start with that. The maiden playing the lute. I think it is a maiden. This guy's got a tablecloth over him or something. Has nothing to do with this gentleman back here. Discovered this. Yeah, if you're watching this on a phone, it probably makes no sense either, but... if anybody has an idea where it might be. Whoops. Got the drums, I guess. And that's what they are. We figured these out. Man missing from up here. It's definitely one more. I got some screenshots and looking at it on my side, but no luck yet. Thanks for the help, man. We'll look for it. I'd rather we find it ourselves rather than looking up the solution. I just need the solution to figure out the exact placement of the circles. By then it'll be solved, so... Be something over here, I'm thinking. The man in the background here with his arms up. Does feel like it should be on the left-hand side since most of the rest were on the right. Yeah. I would have thought like this bell up here might have been what's missing, but just to find something on the left side. I have a feeling, and I've played this before, that it might still be on the right side. We don't know. Or at least maybe in the middle here. Give it a couple of more minutes before we give up. Like here would be the perfect place to not to see it missing. Man crawling here and a man crawling there. People falling to the ground. It's not there. Definitely not here. This is too dark. Man, this is really... Back here, maybe? I've looked at that already. Wish it was a simpler painting. Slightly simpler, at least. Otherwise, it wouldn't be much of a puzzle, right? Number 6, where are you? Not very obvious. Could be like a dead person's missing from a pile of dead bodies, for all we know. Here? Nope. The problem is he doesn't tell you when you go and talk to him and show him the painting that how many you've gotten right. He just tells you like you found a few you haven't found before that weren't actually there. That's what makes it harder. Yeah, you want to think it's on the left side, but remember a lot of them being bunched up. Can't even see the one you found above and to the left of the drums. Oh yeah, it's this long thing that's missing, but I moved it further away because it has to be offset a little. It's hard if you're on a phone. Probably even harder, you know, that way. But if you're watching Twitch on a desktop, you'd probably have a better view. Gotta be around here. It's like right under our noses, we're not seeing it. That's there, that's there, that's there. Maybe if I take a step back. Always find things in the last place you look. Exactly. And where's the last place we would look? Ship sinking in the background. I would have thought it would have been in this area. Shall we look it up? This is one of the hardest puzzles in the game that I encountered. And I can't even remember where it is. Let's take a bit of a look here. It's not a 24-hour stream, that's for sure. Universal hint system, post-mortem. Finding what you need in this puzzle is hard enough. Lining everything up is even harder. Hints for post-mortem. We're still in the first half of the game, so... Another hint. Okay, then he tells you about the painting. Take a look at the paintings by clicking on them in your inventory. There are 5 mistakes. Oh, okay. So maybe we found them all. We're looking for one that's not there. Alright, good thing I checked. Good old universal hint system. So we found all the mistakes. It's just a matter of lining them up. We were continued looking, but... Yeah, that's what I figured. They give you the ability to put 4 on there, but...
What a surprise! Back already.
Take your paintings back, Hulot. I have finished. Better check in case I've missed any details. There are 4 lights. Yes, there are. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So there's the job done. Quick as you like. Take your paintings back, Udo.
He's gonna tell us they're not right, probably.
Better check in case I've missed out any details.
I'd be surprised if we get them right because of the positioning. Oh, we did it! We did it right on the first try. I can't believe that. Never done that before. He gave us the lockpicking tools. I will not bother you any longer, Hulot. Hello, Hulot, whatever his name is. Sorry if I'm butchering it. But make sure I can still reach you.
I won't bother you any longer, Ulo.
Thanks for your help, Dr. Go.
Make sure I can still reach you. I may need you sometime soon.
Goodbye, McPherson. Be careful.
As you can see how I'm playing the game, it's a little buggy because of that. Well, that's the only way you're allowed to play it. Alright, so we have the lockpick skills. Talk to him again.
Here, the Yank is back.
Show him the
Show you.
illustration.
Do you recognize this man?
He's gonna say no.
Nah.
Alright. So now what do? We go back to the hotel room. Give me 2 minutes here. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. We figured that puzzle out. We have the lockpicks. We're gonna go pick the lock at the hotel when I come back. Give me a second. Alright, just a quick break right there. Let's go back to the hotel. There's something said about a purple powder. Maybe we could find it at the hotel itself. Now we can walk upstairs, no problem. They trust us a little. That's 505.
Of course the door is locked. The front desk clerk is hardly likely to open it for me. I must find a way to get in.
505 is the door next door. Maybe we get in there and somehow walk into the other room.
That's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door is locked.
See, the door is locked, so we just need to pick it.
That's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door is locked.
So how do we... So I have the lockpicks in my hand.
That's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door is locked.
Let's try 507. There we go. I have no clue how to pick a lock here. I've never done it. Sounds like it opened. It sounded like it opened. I don't know. He just handed us the lockpicks. I thought he would teach us how to use them. There's different kinds of picks. Lockpicks. And then you also have to position them correctly. So it's like, what? Up, down, cross. I'm just taking a guess here. Let's put them all away for a second. They're all different shapes at the top. So how am I supposed to know which one goes where? Can only fit 4 of them in at a time. Would have been great if he gave us some kind of... That's terrible. It would have given us some kind of instructions on how to get in. Alright, let's go back downstairs real quick. Let's talk to the guy at the front desk. Maybe he'll give us the key to 505 if he won't give us the key to 507. Never know.
You again! Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
He doesn't want to talk to me.
Sir, aren't you on a case?
Oh, the bartender doesn't want to talk to me either. I have a map of Paris. Camera. Not gonna take glamour shots of the bartender, are we? Newspaper? Give him the newspaper? No. Or sketch, but I can't show it to anybody.
That's not the room I'm interested in. Anyway, the door is locked.
Let's get a hint here from the universal hint system. There's a reason why it exists. Police station, hotel, off-free. We are already upstairs in the Hotel Offrey. How do I get into the White's room? This will give us just a hint. It won't actually give us a solution, but we actually want it. Actually, there are a couple of ways this can be accomplished. If you sneaked upstairs, I have to find a way into the White's room. You need to get around that somehow. Set of lockpicks. See, he gives you the lockpicks, but he doesn't tell you how to use them. Put the picks in the lock at random and try the doorknob. Pay close attention to the picks when you do this. Note that one of the picks is not used. Each pick can be angled in 3 different directions. Try putting some picks in the available spaces and see what happens when you turn a doorknob. All right, so let's try with that. That's the easiest way of doing this. So there's actually 2 ways of getting up here. One way is to have McPherson or Malay in the lobby there, the hotel manager show you, which we were unsuccessful in trying to get him to do that. And the other way is to pick the lock. We're supposed to put the picks in. One is not used, so we know that. I don't know if it matters which one we're using here. Okay, so we're supposed to try the doorknob. It all kind of went to the right first, and then downward. Let's try that. That's not right. I don't know what is. They're basically not telling me anything. I would have thought that if we position them correctly, like one of them will stop moving, maybe? Or maybe they're moving a little less when they're right. Oh, I'm starting to see them moving in the same direction now, so maybe that's it. See how they have kind of the same motion, somewhat? Still doesn't really... Still doesn't make any sense to me. Should see the picks move in a couple of different ways. If not, move the picks around and try again. Some of the picks will wiggle a lot, while some will only wiggle a little bit. Some may not even move at all. That is important. So we have to get them in a position where they're not moving. This game is very detailed. Yeah, for a point-and-click adventure game, it is. Like, I don't even know if these picks are in the right spot. So when they're not moving, that means they're right. got a lot of detail in it. You're right. That was my assumption, that if they don't move, then they're in the right spot. Then the other issue is, did we put the ones in the right spot that needed to be in the right spot? Let's get another hint, because I don't... There's a lot of hints here for this. You can use the wiggling to determine if you have the right pick in the right spot, as well as whether each pick is in the correct position. Note that a pick will not display the appropriate wiggling unless 3 other picks are also in the lock. What? If a pick wiggles a lot, it is in the wrong place entirely. If it only wiggles a little, it is in the right location but the wrong angle. If it doesn't wiggle at all, it is correct location and the right angle. This is impossible because there's so many combinations. You should be able to pick the lock through trial and error. If I knew lockpicking, I wouldn't be playing on Twitch right now. I wouldn't be streaming. I'd be picking locks. Be a locksmith. This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna go with the fact that the second one maybe is in the wrong position. I don't know. You'd be streaming from your hideout in the Bahamas, of course. It's the third position for that one. Okay, rather than knowing that they're in the right position, let's at least figure out which pick is like in the right place first and foremost. Let's put this one down here. They're still moving. I mean, doesn't mean they're in the right position. Let's put this one in the middle. Oh, there we go. Hold on. We got one right. This one's not moving, so this one's right. This is in the wrong position. It's wiggling a little bit, so maybe it needs to go this way. 2 out of 4. Is there a way to take it out without disturbing the others? No, that was the right one in the right position. Yeah, I got it. It just takes, you know, I'm a little rusty. I just haven't done this in a long time. It's got to be in the middle. Okay, it's starting to make some sense. Well, the first one was the one we put in the bottom. Alright. And that just goes in the middle there. Okay. They highlight when you... Alright, so that's wrong. That's wrong. Let's put this one on this side. Definitely not there, right? This one fit on the right. We need a fourth one in, otherwise they're gonna keep moving. We'll get this. We got half of them. put this in there? Still moving around. Bring that back, and then this one in the top right, let's put it on the left side. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna say it goes on the left. I'm gonna say whatever we put on the right doesn't matter at this point. Nope. Let's figure out which one goes into the left. It's gotta be this one. Still wiggling around a lot, huh? All right, we got a third one. It's got to be all the way up. No, no. Move back. Move back. There you go. This one, gotta put it back into position. This needs to go all the way up. All right. This is pretty obvious now. Pull this back. Alright, just need to put it in the right spot. We got it. We're in. Probably a good time to save this game, too. Yeah, after a while, the pictures don't work when you save the games. This game's a little janky. You cannot die in this game. Can you get to a dead end? I don't think you can. I think if you do, you have to just come back and talk to the person again. So here we are. This is where the murder happened. They were killed on the bed. What's this?
Ooh. Smells like ether, only stronger. And my head is spinning.
Whatever that is, we'll take. It looks like broken glass with some kind of purple substance in it. What's this? They left their radio on, I guess. View of the city. Gotta be more here than just the substance. I mean, there's blood splatter all over the wall. Is there a bathroom? Game's not sophisticated enough to show us our reflection in the mirror yet. Oh, magnifying glass.
Hair dye.
Black hair dye.
Looks like black hair dye.
Somebody dyed their hair. Police report on Hotel Offrey murders. I don't know what we're gonna do with that newspaper yet. Got a card to call the person who hired us. Camera. I used the camera to take a picture of the crime scene at least? No. I wonder what we'd be able to use that camera for.
Whew. Smells like ether, only stronger. And my head is spinning.
Look like apples over here. We knocked them over. What's this?
It's an engagement ring. How romantic. The engraving inside says, "To Faye with love." Who's Faye?
Yeah, who exactly is Faye? Let's go talk to our friend here.
Come back later. I need to rest.
Alright, well, she doesn't want to talk to us. Wait, what about the room next door? Can we go into that? We didn't go that way. No, it's not going to let us, right? And the reason to go to this room is just to see if anybody came through here to kill them. They could have started out in this room and then just made their way across. It's a hunch. I'm not seeing anything here. Let's get out. This door should now be open to us. Save it again. Alright, let's have a talk here with Mr. Malay, see if he's got anything to say.
You again?
Nope.
Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
I doubt we're gonna get anything from the bartender. So, we can call the woman who sent us on the investigation. Let's do that. Go back to our place. There's a phone there, at least, that I know of.
Hello, what number can I dial for you?
I've seen to misplace this number. Sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to Elise 1528? I want to speak to Sophia Blake. She's the one who hired us. I thought her name was Rebecca. Rebecca might have been her sister. Can you connect me to the post office? I would like to send a telegram. To who? Let's talk to Sophia.
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the Elysee 1528? I want to speak to Sophia Blake.
Right away, sir. There is no answer, sir. Call back later.
She won't answer the phone.
Hello, what number can I dial for you?
Try the post office.
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the post office, please? I'd like to send a telegram.
Right away, sir. Poste télégraphe, go ahead, please.
I'd like to send a telegram to New York. The address of J. Wells Pinkerton National Detective Agency. The message reads, need information on a woman named Sophia Blake. Which probably should have done that at the beginning of the game before she hired us.
I'd like
And
to
we
send a
agreed to take
telegram
this
to
on.
New York, please. The address
We did
is
it.
one J. Wells of Pinkerton's National Detective Agency, number 57 Broadway. The message reads, need information on woman named Sophia Blake. Stop.
I've made a note of it. It will leave this morning. Done.
Alright, so I guess eventually we'll get a telegram. Back? Possibly? This is where Mr. McPherson lives. So where to? Let's go back to the police station. Could ask him about that purple goo we found.
Great. The secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
Let's insult him. That's the only thing we could say right now other than goodbye.
Of course, if Inspector Lebrun is surrounded by guardian angels like you, he can't be making much headway with his investigations.
If he's not making headway in his investigation, it's his own fault. Lebrun is bending over backwards trying to find the mysterious visitor the Whites had that evening just before the murder. He's not even cross-checking the statements.
Alright, still nothing from this guy.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
You'll see us again, won't you?
Not so fast, buddy. If you're after the inspector, you have to see me first.
He won't let us go see LeBron.
Great. The secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you are.
We've insulted him. That didn't help. Goodbye.
Yeah, right. Goodbye.
Go back to Dr. Frank Hoffner. There was somebody we could ask regarding the purple
Come in.
substance we found. But
I
we hadn't
very busy.
found it. We hadn't found it
You
yet at the
should speak
time.
to Inspector Lebrun for more detailed information.
Really? You're not going to talk to me either now? Wow. Okay. We're really stuck now. Go back to the studio, see if we got a telegram in return.
Hello, what number can I dial for you?
Have to call the post office for this? Let's try Sophia.
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the Elysee 1528? I want to speak to Sophia Blake.
Right away, sir.
Ringing.
There is no answer, sir. Call back later.
She's not home, I guess. Coins, a fork. baseball and a baseball bat. He truly is American. Doorbell. We've been practically everywhere now. Let's go back to the bistro. We picked the lock. We don't need anything else to be done with the bartender, I'm assuming. I love these old point-and-click adventure games. Like, everything's like painted on the wall except for the guy you actually have to talk to. He's the one who's animated.
What a surprise. Back already?
Too much help, hello. But I understand. Alright, hold on. We'll not reveal any secrets that may be too compromising. Let's just ask him that.
You're not much help, Hulo, but I understand. You don't want to reveal any secrets that may be too compromising.
I know.
That's all he has to say, I know. What about this guy?
Here, the Yank is back.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Nah.
Alright. I don't think we have the right picture done. Maybe we're not showing the right illustration. Maybe we should have shown the ring to this clairvoyant across the hall. Let's take a look here one more time. This has to be the man. Square jaw. He has no glasses, I know that. Maybe his eyes are wrong. Maybe it's these? But isn't that what we had before? Let him redraw it though. Okay, let's go outside and show it. See if it'll allow us to show it again to the bartender at the hotel.
Sir, aren't you on a case?
No, it's not going to do that. He won't talk to us.
Again. Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
Let's change our diagram one more time, our drawing. Said he has dark, beady little eyes. See, these are the furthest apart. That could be him.
You again.
No.
Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
I thought changing the picture would open up the dialogue between us.
Sir, aren't you on a case?
Nothing from him either, huh? We're back here. We haven't come back here. Cart of food here. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go upstairs. Let's go talk to the woman across the hall and show her the ring. If I can show it to her. Maybe she could get some kind of reading off it. And we also have the magic talisman and a wallet. Show this to you?
Come back later. I need to rest.
Let's try the talisman. Dog doesn't even look realistic. Yeah, nothing. Unless we missed something in here, but I don't think we did. Looked at everything on the bed. This is where the murder was committed.
Looks like black hair dye.
That's all we found in here. Alright. We're at a little bit of a loss here. Pick the lock. We sneaked upstairs. We've been in the White's room. How do we talk to LeBron at the police station? Maybe that's what we need to do? You need to produce a valuable lead in the case in order to get the officer at the desk to let you back to LeBron. Perhaps a picture of the perpetrator would convince him. We have that info already. And we have the photo. We can make an easy sketch of him. Try talking to the receptionist, the bartender at the cafe, and the psychic lady upstairs. You'll irritate them no matter what, which we did. The count of the summary of the suspect is summarized on here. Senor Jefe 1, how are you? How was your weekend? Welcome, welcome. Point and click here. Lurk for a bit. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for the lurk. Trying to solve this puzzle here. This is the police report. Traces of a substance of an opium derivative of unknown nature was found in their respiratory tracts. That might have been what we found on the floor. Bellboy assigned that evening named Theo Malay. We already talked to him. He's not telling us anything. The description of the suspect calls a man wanting to see the Whites that night. No glasses, small dark eyes, large mouth, thin lips. Square face. Short hair, straight hair, flat medium-sized ears. None of that means nothing to me right now. Straight hair, right? That's not straight hair. I'm gonna go with straight hair. This would be straight, right? Wrong door. Went to the bathroom. Let's go outside and see Miss Louise, or whatever her name is, across the way.
Come back later. I need to rest.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk to me now. The bartender would be the one to identify him. Because he's the one who saw the man.
Sir, aren't you on a case?
No other options. Boxer's nose, a square face, short straight hair, and medium-sized ears. Check with the witnesses, which we did. Go to Theo Malay in the bistro. He'll talk to you as often as you are willing to bother him and run away from you as soon as you get everything right, apparently. But Theo Malay is the guy we gotta talk to. He's the one who's gonna confirm it. Not much we know. So, wasting my time here. Let's go back to the bistro. Excuse me. Here we are. Just keep bothering Theo. We'll just try every combination until we get it. Show him what we have now.
The Yank is back.
I have something to show you.
Oh wait, is this it?
Recognize this man?
Nah.
Nah. Okay, something's wrong. It said straight hair, so I changed the hair to straight. The eyes gotta be wrong. That's small, dark eyes that are far apart. This?
Here, the Yank is back.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Nah.
Still? Oh, brother. What are we doing wrong here? Said straight hair. This is the hair we originally had. I don't think any of these eyes are right. The nose has to be that one. That's the biggest one we have. Square jaw. Let's try these eyes. I don't know if those are the ones we just had. I switched the hair up. Eyes can go farther apart. Yeah, they can, but for some reason I don't...
The Yank is back.
They also said they're dark eyes.
I have something to show you. Do you recognize this man?
Oh, wait. Something happened. Did we get it right? I went back to the original eyes. I switched the hair. Nope. He's running. Is that him? Yeah, there was no combo really far apart and dark, but we got something right here, I think. Does that look like even the guy on the sketch? Well, he got away on a trolley. Tried. I guess that means we go back to our apartment. Take our shirt off. Oh, okay. Look at that.
That's all very well.
That's the woman from the
How
bar.
am I going to find that man now? He'll never come back to the Alembic.
I knew the Yanks were strange, but to talk to yourself out loud, and in French to boot?
Some are stranger than others.
See you soon.
All right. She greeted us when we first went to the Alembic bar. Mustache was skinnier. Yeah, I thought so too. It's also dark colored, whereas we didn't color in our mustache. He just came out of nowhere, right? Nothing here. That was the woman with the awkward posture that everybody was like talking about earlier in our first stream. Bow chicka bow bow.
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the Elysee, 1528? I want to speak to Sophia Blake.
Right away, sir.
Not gonna answer, is she?
There is no answer, sir. Call back later.
Alright, we made some progress. Let's... I don't know what we do now. Either we talk to the guy... Do we still have the sketch at least? Yes, we do. Okay. So... maybe now we show it to the police officer, since we have probable cause that it's Theo Malay and this other guy in cahoots. Because why would they run? Did we get different dialogue?
Great. The secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
I have some fabulous information on the Offrees case. A portrait of the killer. Here, look.
I have some fabulous new information on the Orpheus.
So happy about it, too.
Portrait of the killer.
Proud.
Here, look.
My God. I do not believe it. Let me warn Inspector Lebrun immediately.
Do you recognize him? Wait, do you know who he is? You.
Hellouin? Jacques Hellouin? It's impossible.
Jacques Hellouin.
Hellouin. The name rings a bell. If only I could see that vision again. Control that vision. If only...
The inspector would like to see you immediately.
That got us in to see the inspector. Did we actually find Jacques Hellouin? Alright, we're behind the desk. There's 2 doors here. I guess one leads out. Le Petit Journal. Can't go in here, can we? Alright, let's go find this inspector. This has to be him.
Come in, dear sir, come in. Special Agent McPherson, American Secret Service. What do you want from us?
Good agent is going a bit far. In fact, I am a detective, a very discreet detective. Do not have time to waste, Inspector. I have got some news on the White case. Do small talk or you just get to the point? Let's do small talk.
Secret agent is going a bit far. In fact, I'm a detective. A very discreet detective. You might think they're both the same thing, but I prefer to get things straight between us.
A private eye, huh? What do you want from us? I have no time to waste.
Do not have time to waste either, Inspector. I have got some news on the White case.
I don't have time to waste either, Inspector. I've got some news on the White case.
I'm listening, McPherson. Go on, fire away.
I have a portrait of the suspect.
I have a portrait of a suspect. A suspect who may very well be the guilty party.
Where is this portrait from, McPherson?
In fact, it is your mysterious visitor. He was seen by witnesses. I drew the portrait from their description.
In fact, it is your mysterious visitor. He was seen by witnesses. I drew this portrait from their descriptions.
And where did you find the witnesses, McPherson?
I'm taking statements as part of my work. A little money, let's say, wisely invested. We didn't pay anybody off. You know as well as I do, Inspector, just by being there, the police can't scare off even the most talkative witnesses. Let's go with the first one.
Taking statements is part of my work as a detective. Loosening tongues, looking in the right places, talking to the right people.
Interesting. Our work is very similar. There is just one problem.
State the obvious.
You're interfering with our investigation, McPherson.
What do you mean? Trying to help you, Inspector. Count yourself lucky I'm here to shed some light on the investigation for you.
Count yourself lucky that I am here to shed some light on this investigation for you.
McPherson, I've wasted enough time with your insinuations. I've had enough of your cynical attitude. Now beat it.
But we're trying to be polite.
Can't you see I'm busy? Come back later, McPherson.
He's just sitting there. What is he busy for? Oh, good lord. I got us absolutely nowhere. Back here. That's probably like where they put all the prisoners or something. The second door here. H. Le Carré. What does this door say on it? T. Use the phone? They won't let us use it. This door has nothing on it. Alright, either we blew that, or we really were of help to him, and he's gonna go find the murderer himself.
Great. A secret agent reappears. Strange lot, you Americans, I swear.
Beauvais, I know you recognize the man in the sketch. Who is it?
Beauvais, I know you recognize the man in the sketch. Who is it?
No. I do not believe it. It is my friend Hellouin, Jacques Hellouin. We were in the squad together. He's a detective in the 11th now. His mother is not going to like this. Shit. It's not possible. No. Something is not right.
So wait a second. The man we sketched is a detective, and he's our number one culprit? Our number one suspect? Where's the piece of paper he just gave me? Hellouin's office. Okay, we have a new location. Let's go there. Let's find this dude. And his bushy, non-bushy mustache. Save the game. Hellouin's office. New scene. Seems like he's a well-respected man. I don't know. His mother's not gonna like this shit.
No one here. Locked, obviously. What else did I expect? Looks like there's nobody in there. I need to find a way to take a look around.
We don't have the lockpicks anymore, do we? Can I pick a lock with this? No. We have no lockpicks whatsoever. We know the man works here.
one here.
I think there's no one here. How do we get in?
Locked, obviously. What else did I expect? Looks like there's nobody in there. I need to find a way to take a look around.
Who would have the key? If anybody has the key. Go back to the bistro for a second. Maybe we get another lockpick sec there. Let's talk to the owner. Maybe he's got something to say about Malay running away too.
McPherson? Here again? You've got back your taste for life.
This time a lot. I think Malay really has done something shady. Has he been back since that night?
This time, Ulo, I think Malay really has done something shady. Has he been back since that night?
McPherson, you are wasting your time with Malay. He has not been in the Alembic since... Anyway, I already told you he's a stand-up kind of guy. He paid me what he owed, and that is all I care about.
Are you not going to believe us? Believe this, hello. But I've got a problem with a lock again. Would you have another lock-picking tool? You could ask him that. Remember the guy who ran off the other night when I wanted to talk to him? Let's ask him that question first.
Ulo, you remember the guy who ran off the other night when I wanted to talk to him? Had you ever seen him in the Alembic before? That man is dangerous, Ulo. He's the prime suspect in this nasty murder business.
Should I know him? No. I do not know who it is. But he did not seem too keen on meeting you.
Unless I'm very much mistaken, Hulo, you were the last person to see Malay before he disappeared the other night. You don't just run off like that for no reason. Believe me, Malay has got something serious on his conscience. Maybe he's mixed up in this murder.
I will not say another word about Malay, but I am sure of one thing. He is not a killer.
This game has multiple endings too, so the outcome of the game depends on the questions you ask and how you arrive to certain conclusions. It's pretty neat, I think, for a point-and-click adventure. It's not very linear. What do you know about my investigation, Albert?
What do you know about my investigation, Albert?
Strangely, no one has said a word. Nobody cares, except your client, I imagine. The press has hardly mentioned it. Even the police have not really investigated with much conviction.
This murder has not hit the headlines, but you must know a bit more than you're letting on. I don't want to badger him too much. But that does not explain why Malay ran off. I do not mean to go on, but it was very strange of Malay to run off like that. It really sets you thinking.
I don't mean to go on, but it was very strange of Malay to run off like that. It really sets you thinking. In fact, I'm thinking about talking to the police about him. Him and his circle of friends.
I already did that.
The guy who ran off seemed much more guilty. Maybe it has something to do with politics. He had a foreign look about him, this chap with his mustache. Try finding him.
We're trying that.
But that doesn't explain why Malay ran off. There must be some reason. It can't be me, or he'd have run away as soon as I arrived.
McPherson, leave Malay alone. I saw his face when he ran out the back door. It was not guilt that made him run away. It was fear.
This murder has not hit the headlines. But you must know a bit more about it than you're letting on, Ulo. American tourists killed in their hotel room without so much as a clue? No papers, nothing? Have you got any leads?
All that I know comes from the papers, and that's all I want to know. As far as I am concerned, the matter is closed. Basta così.
Is he Italian? Let's see if he'll give us another lockpicking tool, and then we're going to run to the end of the bar to see if Malay dropped anything when he ran away.
You're not going to believe this, Hulo, but I've got a problem with a lock again. Would you have another set of lockpicking tools?
What am I, a locksmith? Do you really think I have this great supply of lockpicks or something? Really, Mac?
Well, he's not much help, but...
I won't bother you any longer, Udo. but make sure I can still reach you. I may need you sometime soon.
Goodbye, McPherson. Be careful.
Okay. Alright, so can't go into the restrooms, obviously. He ran out this way. I'm just thinking there's something on the floor we missed. Worth investigating. I don't know how he got out this way, but would have had to have gone through the bathrooms. It's funny because this layout actually reminds me of a bar I used to go to in New York City. Probably one of those historical looking pubs. There's nobody here to talk to us. We got all we could out of the bartender. We go talk to Dr. Kaufner. We could go back to the police station. We could go back to the hotel. Let's go to the hotel. Let's talk to this gentleman right here. Gonna tell us to F off.
Sir, I have nothing more to say to you.
Of course he is. The bartender's got nothing to say, even though we pretty much figured out who the man they saw was.
Aren't you on a case?
Alright, the woman upstairs. I don't think there's a reason to go back into the murder room yet. We found everything that was there.
Come back later. I need to rest.
She doesn't want to talk to me. Really? Wait, there's something here I didn't see, probably. The tarot cards? Why else would I be allowed to go back here? Great, now we're pixel hunting. He's got nothing for me. Back in here. There's nothing. There's just a hair dye. And what we found. No murder weapon. The cops already took that. Anything in here? Got the ring out of there. There has to be something more. Okay, that's a dead end. Let's make a phone call and see if we can get Sophia Blake on the line. Now that we know a little more.
Hello, what number can I dial for you?
I'm sorry to disturb you, miss. Can you connect me to the Elysee 1528? I want to speak to Sophia Blake.
Right away, sir.
Not gonna answer, is she?
There is no answer, sir. Call back later.
I don't know why it keeps bringing me to this table. We don't pick up the change here. I think this is where I found my wallet originally. Assuming that's our wallet, I think it is. And I feel almost like I would have expected a return telegram from the post office. We didn't get that. Let's try the coroner, Dr. Frank Hoffner, psychiatrist, whatever he wants to call himself.
I am very busy, sir. You should speak to Inspector Lebrun for more detailed information.
Oh, come on. We've already talked to LeBron. He won't talk to us. He's gonna be mad at us.
If you spoke to Inspector Lebrun directly, I will show you in immediately.
Okay, so now his dialogue.
Be mixed up in all this. No thanks, it's not for me.
His dialogue just tells me to go see Inspector LeBron. We went to the other guy's office. It was locked.
Can't you see I'm busy? Come back later, McPherson.
Seriously? You're just gonna escort me out of here? Can't show him the ring, right? I think anything we have in our possession would come up in a dialogue option if it was something that we had to show. Still have the sketchbook, but not much there. These are sketches he did on his own. He's a pretty good artist. The way you draw sketches in here is really well done. H. Le Carré. Phone's over there, we can't use it. Albert. Yeah, so now anytime we talk to the desk clerk, he's going to tell us to go, desk sergeant or whatever you want to call him. He's just going to send us over to LeBron. Same thing again?
I do not want to be mixed up in all this. No thanks, it's not for me. Way too complicated.
That's all you gotta say, buddy, right? We have no lockpick. We can't break into that other office. Hellouin's office. Be nice if we could go to the Eiffel Tower or the Arc of Triumph, but... Nothing at our studio. No one to talk to at the bistro except for the bartender. Kaufner doesn't want to talk to us. Nobody at the hotel wants to talk to us. Let's try this one more time. Must be missing something here. It's on the ceiling. Anything? Anything to be of help?
Locked, obviously. What else did I expect? Looks like there's nobody in there. I need to find a way to take a look around.
I wonder if we weren't supposed to use the lockpicks at the hotel. That's what I'm starting to think now. Let's take a look here for a second. Done everything we can up to here.